Io Sky and Rhea Ripley's alliance is over because of a jealous friendship? Bronson Reed reveals a huge secret even the OTC didn't know about. What's going to be done about the Women's World Championship? A fifth and final match card has been added to this Sunday. And Jey Uso severed any type of teamwork possible in his Fatal 4-Way at Clash in Paris. Welcome back to the PiscesDeadPeople Die Weekly Podcast. We here at the PDPDW say, if you enjoy this, leave a like. Also, comment down below and leave your opinion on my opinion. And while you're at it, definitely Superman punch that subscribe button for me. We start off today with Roman Reigns approaching the ring and telling us the plans he has for the next year or two, but the problems that are in his way first. And of course, after mentioning Paul Heyman, the devil shall appear, because really about a minute after saying his name, he comes out, entrance and all, ladies and gentlemen. So, of course, we had to see him and the tribal thief, the owner of the Shula Fala, come out and talk about what's going to happen to Roman Reigns this Sunday at Clash in Paris. And with the back and forths, the biggest thing that was revealed of the night was Bronson Reed saying that he was Samoan. And look, he could pass for it, but I've always been told, don't judge a book by its cover, because even the OTC didn't even realize that he was Samoan, but he did greet that with a proper acknowledge me. Just like, look man, you're not going to be like, I'm Samoan and not look at the tribal chief for acknowledgement first. So, hey, good intro. I was very happy with I was happy with the back and forth. I was happy with the build up to Clash in Paris. The fighting was a little bit to be desired, but no hate. 4 out of 5 stars for the intro. And that led into our first match of the night, Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough. 2 kings of making the other guy look great and landing moves perfectly. And except for this match, there were some nasty landings, and unless that was choreographed, JD McDonough is going to be real bad hurt one of these days after seeing him go like spine first into the announce table before, and now seeing those nasty landings by Dragon Lee in this one. Look, I feel for the dude. And because he was just such a good sport and he just keeps on pushing through non-stop through these just terrible looking landings, look like he could have killed the guy. He made it, and I got to give him a higher score because of that. And that's a 4.83 out of 5 stars for this match, just because JD McDonough takes it like a champ. And unless that, like I said, unless that's choreographed, and then I'll give it love where it's due. And that's why another reason why I'm giving it a higher score, because maybe it was choreographed that way to make it look terrible, but could fool me. But that leads into our second match of the night, Penta versus Kofi Kingston. Now, last week we had Penta versus Xavier Woods. I thought Kofi was going to wind up losing this one like Xavier did, allowing for Grayson Waller to possibly get a victory over Penta. But I'm cool with this too. It was a little bit unexpected to see Kofi walk away with the W over Penta. But of course it was with the help of the New Day. But unfortunately it was the weakest rated match of the night. But that's no hate. That's just how my formula goes. And I mean, it's just what I notice out there. And I gave him a 3.91 out of 5 stars. It's not terrible, but it's definitely something to improve on. After that, we got the news that there will not be a Women's World Championship match at Clash in Paris. Stephanie Vacour got the news. We got the news that they're going to have to look for an opponent, and that Adam Pearce has one in mind, and we'll get back with her in a week. But who do you think the opponent's going to be? I mean, personally, first person who comes to mind is Rhea Ripley, but Rhea and Io were both in the triple threat with Naomi last, so either of them could be the opponent. And funny enough, speaking of Rhea and Io, their alliance has to be over here soon if Io Sky wants to keep pleasing Asuka and Kairi Sane. But we saw firsthand that even trying to tell Rhea, hey, we can't really be talking like this anymore, or helping each other out, or whatever, it still backfired on her. Just being caught near her and giving that hug was all Asuka needed to just let loose. And so it's going to be an interesting turn of events. But Io's already told Rhea we got to back off, and now she's lost both sides unless she goes and talks to Rhea again, which I think if that happens, that'll wind up leading into some real awkward stuff with Asuka. It's like, I thought I told you. And it's like, oh man, dang, Io, you really should learn to just back off. Things might work out for you. But even though we will not have a Women's World Championship match at Clash in Paris, we will have a Women's Intercontinental Championship match at Clash in Paris between the man Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella. And personally, I think Nikki Bella is going to be walking away with the gold. She didn't come back to not win gold. And also, I think that it'd be the perfect time for one more charismatic person on the card to win. Because all of my predictions so far for this Clash in Paris event is all, like, in my opinion, the most charismatic people on the cards. And it's not lined up that way, except for, with this one, like, 50% I think she's going to win, 50% I want it to be the more charismatic person. So, no hate on Becky Lynch, but I do think Nikki's walking away with it. So, good luck, Nikki. After that, we got the Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez match. Good match. A little bit slow at some points, a little messy at some points. And just the same old plain Jane moves. So it was definitely a mid-card type match. No hate on either of the competitors. I enjoy them both. But it was a 4 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, we got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Possibly my favorite match of the night. It wasn't the highest rated match, but I think it did set the standard. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, their reversals on each other constantly, smooth as could be, looked like luchadors were doing it, but these are two guys that have been across multiple countries worth of different wrestling and martial arts and stuff like that, so hey, they work together perfectly. They've had a rivalry together for a reason. I gave this a 4.26 out of 5 stars. It was just quite possibly the best match of the night by my standards, but I don't rate based off of what I think was good. I rate based off of what I see. So, good match, my favorite match, but the highest rated match definitely goes to the main event of LA Knight versus Braun Breaker. It got a 4.33 out of 5 stars. I loved everything about this match. They landed their moves perfectly. They did their jokes and talking and whatnots and everything perfectly. Braun getting in the camera going, yeah. Got LA Knight talking smack to Paul Heyman. And then, of course, whenever it's about to really go down, you get Seth Rollins coming and interfering, and then everybody comes out and gets involved that's involved in the Fatal 4-Way. And it's just a brawl. And then the only two people who you think are possibly a team at the end of the day, boom, just get severed right down the middle. Jey Uso super kicked CM Punk, causing there to be no possibility of any kind of teamwork being done in this Fatal 4-Way. It's just every man for himself. Everybody get down, duck, cover, because it's about to get messy. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. all of this entire show together, its rating was a 4.26 out of 5 stars. And that leads us into SmackDown. Next SmackDown, we're going to get Solo Sikoa versus Sami Zayn for the United States Championship. Afterwards, we're going to get Street Profits versus Melo Don't Miz for a number 1 contendership for the WWE Tag Team Championship against the Wyatt Six. Then we'll get Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus the Secret Harvest for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. This is already PLE worthy. We got 2 title matches and a number 1 contendership match. SmackDown before Clash in Paris is going to be something else. Better stay tuned on that one because that could change the game up a little bit. Especially for the upcoming PLEs, WrestlePalooza, and so on and so forth. After SmackDown, we got Clash in Paris. We got Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the IC title. We got Roman Reigns versus Big Bronson Reed. We got Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook. We have John Cena versus Logan Paul. And our main event of the night, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Yeah, in a fatal 4-way for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm psyched. They did it right. I can't possibly see them adding another match for this. This seems just perfect. So, everybody, get your popcorn ready. We're going to Paris. The city of love, and I'm going to love watching this show. After Clash in Paris, we have Monday Night Raw. And the only match that I know that we have so far is Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. And that's the only one so far. But don't worry. September 12th, Worlds Collide. If one match with Dom wasn't enough for you, we have another match with Dom Mysterio against Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. And then another week after that, we got WrestlePalooza. I'm just saying, guys, you can't sit back. You're going to be on your toes. And then when you think a show's over, another show's going to pop up. And you're going to be on your toes again. And I'm going to need to sit down after all this. But I can't. I got to keep going. You got to keep going. We got to all keep going. Because WrestlePalooza is the first one on ESPN. And then after that, that means we're going to have an even bigger WrestleMania than last year. And we didn't even think that was going to be possible. So, I'm psyched, guys, if you can't tell. If you enjoy what I do here, leave a like. Also, comment down below and let me know your opinion on my opinion. And while you're at it, definitely Superman punch that subscribe button for me. It really helps. And much love to the ones who do. Alright, everyone. I'm hopping off here. Peace.